Okay, this has probably been my last video because I'm running out of things, topics to talk about. What am I thinking? I guess to say, as far as the relationships go, God, I love one. But then again, sometimes it's a headache, and it really ain't worth it. It takes a lot of work, and to me, I think it takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of dedication and a lot of time. And for those people that are in relationships and they work on those things, I have to say congratulations for one doing that and being in that, and staying strong and working to develop better with the other person. I think that's something I like to move on to. I remember, in the military, there's always the joke, I got my sea bag and I got my uniform, and if there's anything else, you need to give me, then you'll issue it me. You'll issue it me, and I'll have it. So you'll basically issue me, my wife that way. So it's a joke, but in other words, there's dedication and things that come into a matter of importance. If you ask a Marine what's the most important things, honor God, country and family, or unit core, God, country. This basically that simple. I don't even want to know what the right way that is, but I just have flashbacks of a Few Good Men or whatever it is. It was. Or whatever, but so in other words, those things basically from our military standpoint, we work on doing things, and we have order and importance. I'd like to see later on that if my life wasn't so busy, that I'd like to be able to have someone, but I'm not really too worried about it. But I think we all like to be able to have or share something or someone with someone. So we all could hope for that, but yeah. So I'm usually delusional about what I think is going to happen, but I guess some people say, well, what would you like to see, or what would you like to have, or, granted, I'm not really picky, but I can't have someone that is, I need someone that's spontaneous and fun and joyful, and, I'm sorry, but my personality, I need someone that is very, very passionate and caring. Someone that's understanding, first off, because if strangely enough, I see people, they're like, I look at people, and there's different stages that you go through in a relationship, I think, and that is, the very first part where, it's like everything's all mushy and lovey, and nothing can go wrong. You could tell a person, this person is the worst thing for you ever, and the person, you're blind because you're in love or whatever. But that's basically how it goes. And then after you say maybe grow together, after a while, there's also there's the Pentecostal problem of basically is then you start to see faults in other people, and then you develop problems and stuff like that, and so you become aware of situational things like that. Then after a while it becomes basically sometimes oh, I hate you, or this or that. But the problem is that caring and that passionate, that caring and understanding, you see, if you still have a passionate, caring, and understanding personality and reason, you gotta have reason and love and care and passion and everything else. If you decide to throw one of the things out the window and you don't continue to have that, then basically the relationship goes. It does not. It does not maintain its same flavor that it used to have. So if you don't maintain it, then it goes away. Then the relationship goes sour and goes kaput. It don't work. So you have to maintain that. I'm not saying to be blindsided and oblivious to if you're in a bad relationship, or i.e. if you're just in a stupid relationship. That's just you need to change it. But there is a little bit of understanding and caring and compassion. Basically, what I was trying to say is that you have to maintain that grip of reason and understanding between people, so that you can understand the problems that you're dealing with and going through it as a family, so therefore you can change and adapt to and overcome those problems that you are you're dealing with as a family as a whole, and things like that. So I think that's important in relationships as far as one. That's one thing that I would see that I would probably want to maintain with the important other. So I really can't say that. I mean, I don't know. There's girls I got my eyes on, and then there's girls I don't. Everybody got their crushes and stuff like that. But if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And sometimes God throws you a curveball, and then out of the middle of the blue somewhere, something happens and a little flower grows, and then basically you don't know where it come from, and then next thing you know you're in love. But that could be how it works too. Sometimes just the romanticism. I remember when I was first in love for the first time. It was fate how things brought, I guess, us together. And basically, relationships toil and they just fall apart sometimes. And when I guess the other person isn't upfront and honest about who they are or where they come from or what they did, it pretty much can destroy relationships. So it's pretty much most likely very, very important to be very honest up front. Listen, if you're even then, like if you're a porn star and then you're trying to say that you're not a porn star and really are a porn star, I mean, some guys might be happy about that, but likewise, it might not be overwhelming. It might be overwhelming to say someone that wouldn't be into that. So, as you can tell, being open and honest is important for one, but two, as well, in first trying to get to know people, it's important to, try to be yourself is the most important thing, I guess. But in time, I guess as you go together, I don't know. I don't know. I see different aspects because in different relationships I've been in, people to me have basically lied to me, or they let their friends' invitations or ideas get in their head and just brainwashed out of them, and that's what they live on, and once again I sit back to the time that distorts reality, so therefore your perceptions change, and therefore your true perceptions change. And when I said you need to have all these things keyed together and understand how they all work together in order for your relationship to work, then that works. But if you're fighting with your friends every day and trying to figure out what is going on, or you're trying to fight lies that you said about your family, or whatever it is, that how you grew up or something like that, then I guess in several of my relationships pretty much it starts out with false beliefs, and therefore basically I'm a good deceptor of lies. So yeah. So anyhow, I mean, this was what happened. So that's my theory on relationships.